So I'm back to the PA Pellet Flintlock here, the Traditions rifle that turned out to be quite the disappointment. I took this breech plug out and I removed the touch hole liner, of course. It blew out anyway. And I bought these Tresco touch hole liners from Hillfolk gun shop in Saskatchewan. So these touch hole liners are the same thread. They're metric thread. They're 5mm by 0.8 pitch, and they're considerably better. There's like 5 or 6 usable threads there that are actually going to come in contact versus the original touch hole liner, this puny little turd, which is, man, it's so unbelievable that they'd even use something like that, but they do. So what I did is I found a number 50 drill bit was the same size as the hole in the original touch hole liner, so I drilled this one out, and it turns out the Traditions standard touch hole liner, like the one that's in my Traditions Trapper pistol, is identical to this one, except for the hole. And this Tresco is a lot smaller originally. So I think it's between the number 52 and 53 drill bit is the Traditions touch hole liner. They're the normal one. And this one was a 50, so it's slightly larger. Whether that's intentional, I don't know. But anyway, I drilled this one out to a 50. But I'm pretty sure if you use an ordinary Traditions touch hole liner, it would work just as well. In fact, it has a deeper hole here, so it'd be easier to prime. So I had Roy at R&T. He's a gunsmith. He put this in his milling machine and he countersunk the touch hole port to fit this style touch hole liner. So the original, as I might have said before, you got maybe 3 threads of contact. There's 4, but there's only 3 of them are going to be usable. And the real crappy job they did tapping this to begin with, maybe one of them might have been grabbing anything. It was pretty bad. Like, it was like you put it in there 2 turns and it was tight. So I got anti-seize grease on this touch hole liner here. I'll screw that in. And as you can see, it's flush. He did a nice job countersinking that for me, and there's lots of metal in there. I did have to go in with the rapid tap cutting fluid and a tap and deepen the threads. Nice and slow and careful, rocking the tap to get it in there nice. And as you can see, it goes in there perfect. So this is ready to go. I'll take her out the field and give that a try. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm out at the range. We're gonna see how this new touch hole liner works, and just to try it out, I'm using black powder. I'm not using any substitutes today, or I may later. I did bring fire decks. So this is just to see how I made out with the changes to this rifle. Yeah, smells better, that's for sure. So that was quite immediate. Pretty hard to beat. Real black powder on a flintlock. It was 100 grains of 2F, which is what the manufacturer says to use, 2F. Max loading that, of course, 150, the book says. So it lit off like right now. I'm gonna give the touch hole a quick check, make sure it didn't blow out, and we'll do another shot. So far, so good. So I'm trying half a pan of powder. First two shots I had the pan full. Well, that guy's going hard with that Jake brake. Idiot. So let's see how it works with I put 120 grains of 2F in her here. See how she likes that. Trying different positions holding this stock. Let's see, we're gonna help the flinchies out here. Flinch lock. Yeah, let's go away and punch yourself in the mouth. Well, with the real black powder, it's working good. I'm checking the touch hole, it's not budging. There, 3 shots. I brushed out the bore, didn't use a patch, and this is the fine collection of fouling that I just brushed out from 3 shots of black powder. Not take much, does it? So I got about 120 grains of Pyrex RS in here, powder. I didn't give it a black powder pre-charge or anything like that. So let's see how we make out here. And I got a full pan of 4F in the pan. And I got the expected hang fire. Okay, I put 10 grains of black powder in there, 2F, and another 110 grains of Pyrex RS. So we got a total of 120 grains of powder in there. And of course the black powder should flash right away, lighting off the Pyrex, so you don't get that nasty old hang fire there. And the birds had fun with this table. So half a pan of powder, see what happens. Works good. But you could combine your 4F, say put 5 grains of 4F in there, then put your Pyrex on top of that, so that way you're only bringing out 2 powders. But screwing around measuring 2 different powder, to me it's just, what's the point, right? You might as well just bring out black powder and use that, and you don't have to screw around with all that shit. Okay, I got 2 Pyrex pellets in there. See how that works. I didn't pre-charge it because then you're over what they recommend for a max. So the 4F, for some reason with this new touch hole, goes in really nice. So I did prime the touch hole, and I got a full pan of 4F powder in it, so the pan is level. Let's see what happens. And so far the touch hole's still where it's supposed to be. Now, slight delay, but not bad. Not bad at all. And that's with the pellets. So now that's also what blew the touch hole out the last time, the liner. And it's in there real good. Looks great. So I'm going to give the barrel a bit of a swab, because that last sabot was a little ornery going in the end of the barrel. I'm going to try these. I just did, but some dumbass forgot to turn the damn camera on. Had the screen open and everything, and I thought it was recording. So I already tried 2 of these. Man, she with a primed touch hole and this new touch hole liner I put in, it's priming really easy for some reason. So it lit them off really quick. I was quite surprised how well this is starting to work here. So I'll load her up with these white hots, and this time I'll make sure the damn camera's on. I think I'll do this one standing. I decided to try a Burns copper bullet. Man, what a job I had getting that down the barrel. They don't like the cold. Ooh, no sparky. Try that again. Lit off pretty quick. Touch hole liner's still there. So as you can see, the white hots will work in this flintlock quite nicely. Good like it. That's it. Yeah, all else fails, try a new flint. She's getting pretty dark out. I'll have to walk down and have a look. But that last shot, it lit off real fast, considering it's supposed to be only for 209 primers. You can see that nice cloud of smoke. And those white hots are pretty interesting. First time I ever used them. Yeah. And you know, even playing with black powder to win. Let's see. Holy shit. Hit the target once. Unbelievable. One bullet hole. Where the hell are they going? Well, now that turned out to be a very pleasant surprise. The change up on that touch hole. So, very happy with the outcome. Very surprised at the outcome. Thing shot good today. Fired great. I did wear out a flint. It's like the second one. This thing eats flints. But flintlocks will scarf those down. They're beating a rock against a piece of hardened steel. So, next job, I guess I'll take it apart and clean it. And I think I'll do a separate video on that because I'm going to try something new. Those white hot pellets were actually surprised me as well. They seem to light off even better than the Pyrex pellets, and that they're designed for 209 primers. But getting turn the light on here. Getting the primer powder, the 4F, down inside this new touch hole, it seems to be for some reason way easier than the other one. I give it one shot of the primer and I give it a little bit of a tap and it goes right in there. Far easier than the other one did. So all these mods, or the change in this touch hole liner, made a huge difference on how well this gun works. Much more than I expected. As I started off the video with, and out at the range, I expected just to use it as a ordinary black powder, real black powder flintlock, which is the stuff that works best when you're using this setup, just because it lights off so easy. You saw her at the Pyrex, there was quite a hang fire before she let go. It'll burn it, but there's quite a bit of hang fire. I don't think I primed the touch hole in that. Of course, second time I put 5 grains of 3F down the barrel. You could easily use 5 grains of 4F, being that's your prime powder anyway. If you're going to use substitutes, give it a 5 grains of, or even 10 grains down the barrel, and it'll light off just fine. The 4F probably even easier than the 3, but as you saw, 3 worked great. So I'm going to take it apart and clean it, and I'm extremely happy with the outcome. This is a very shiny turd I got here. It seems to be fixed, and the touch hole did not blow out of the breech plug.